Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Wednesday night. Hope all of you having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, you know how we did the news videos during college football season? Well, now we have a news video, a big time news video at that, for college basketball. What in the world's going on? There is normally, not even just occasionally, but never multiple topics to talk about in the college basketball world at one time, but there is today. There's a lot of stuff going on, including, you know how Michigan's in the Sweet 16? Well, one of their players just entered the transfer portal. Welcome to College Athletics 2025, I guess, where you can enter the portal when your team is in March Madness. We're going to talk all about that. Another interesting thing that I think should be getting more recognition is St. Francis, who made the NCAA tournament, a Division I team, is moving not just from D1, but down to D3? What? That is very odd to say the least. Also, North Carolina's five-star point guard, starting guard at that, Elliot Cadeau, he's leaving. What in the world's going on with the 1-13 Quad 1 Tar Heels? We're going to talk about that. And last but not least, the star player, arguably one of the greatest female hoopers I've ever witnessed with my two eyeballs, she just tore her ACL, and she's out for the season. Oh, wait a minute. I said last but not least, my apologies. Another topic, I know we got like 4 or 5 things we're going to be talking about, is one of the best guards in the transfer portal is heading to Iowa. It is more than safe to say it's going to be a jam-packed video, to say at least. I do apologize. This video is going up a little later than I wanted to. Had some things get in the way, but better late than never, I guess. Strap in, buckle up, get you a snack, get you a popcorn, get your favorite meal and snack you like to eat when you watch a video, because trust me, I do the same thing. But all right, man, blah, I should have crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, where are we starting with this? We got like 50 different things we need to talk about. Really, it's just 5 or 6. You get the point. A little over-exaggeration. Never hurt anybody. Let's start off with Michigan. As we all know, the Michigan Wolverines have made the Sweet 16. Clap it up. Clap it up to the Michigan Wolverines. This is not football. This is basketball. They've had a heck of a season, and they're currently going on a pretty solid run. Can they beat Auburn? Don't know. That's right besides the point. What we're going to talk about is one of their guards, Justice Pippen. Never heard of this guy, being 100% transparent and honest. He's probably a bench player. He just entered the transfer portal. We're not talking about this because of Justin Pippen. Like I said, never heard of this random. However, it's got a lot of people's attention, and it's trending all over social media. Currently has right at 4 million views on Twitter because people are like, wait, what? Guys are entering the portal in the middle of March Madness? What's going on? If you were watching the channel during football season, you would know this. It kind of seems like deja vu. We talked about this with, who was it? Bo Perbua, Penn State's backup quarterback. He did the same thing. Penn State was in the college football playoffs, and their backup quarterback left in the midst of the run. So I'm not going to act brand new to this. However, I believe this is the first time we've seen it happen in college basketball, so it is a little different. My stance on this hasn't changed. I get it. The portal has to open due to academics, but none of these basketball players or football players outside of maybe 0.1% of them care about academics. You know why guys like Justin Pippen, Cooper Flagg, Mark Sears from Alabama, Walter Clayton Jr., all these guys, you know why they play for their said school, Duke, Alabama, Auburn, Michigan, etc., to nine broom? Because of that sport. It has nothing to do with academics. Therefore, I believe that we should change this portal BS. For football and basketball, it shouldn't open until the season's over. But that's just me. I already know what people are saying in the comments. But Matt, they have to open up the portal because it's when the new semester. Shut up, nerd. Shut up, nerd. I get it. It's because of academics, but I don't care. Let's stop acting like these guys care about their grades, all right? These are not engineers. These are basketball players. Moving along here to our second topic. St. Francis, a Division I team who played Alabama State in the opening round of the NCAA tournament, is moving down from Division I to Division III. You got a lot of people in the comments saying, why are they doing this? Why are they skipping D2 and heading straight to D3? Why are they doing this? Why? You get the point. Fortunately for you guys, your boy Matt is highly informed on this subject matter because back when old White Randy was in high school, back in the good old glory days, when I was hooping, I was getting recruited a little bit. Long story short, they're going straight to D3 because you don't have to give out scholarships at that point. I tried to dumb this down even more. Division II schools have all the expenses of Division I schools, but way less revenue and way less opportunities. In other terms, they'd be better off probably staying at Division I than heading to Division II, at least in my humble opinion, because at least you can bring in more revenue. Another thing that's hurting St. Francis is the modern era of college athletics, in other terms, NIL. They can't compete in NIL, therefore there's no sense of them staying Division I or even trying to go to Division II, straight to D3. I think you're going to see more schools do this in the future. D2, it is slowly but surely getting eliminated. Moving on up here to topic number 3. North Kakalaki starting guard, former 5-star recruit Elliot Cadeau. He could not shoot a three-pointer to save his life, has entered the transfer portal. Didn't see this coming. I know North Carolina, they suck this year against good teams. 1-13. Let me say that again. 1-13 against Squad 1 teams. Awful. Abysmal. Sure, you beat the Cupcakes, you beat the teams you're supposed to beat, but anytime you played anybody worth the crap in the top 45 or 50, you laid an egg. I watched almost every single North Carolina game this year. Elliot Cadeau was being treated like Ben Simmons. He quite literally got the Ben Simmons treatment. It was insane. Teams were leaving him wide open. He struggled this year, didn't have a great year shooting the ball. I wouldn't even say he had a good year overall. It was just okay. And normally what happens in that situation is guys like him, former 5-star recruits, they start to get down on themselves, and you can tell from watching at home, yeah, this guy's probably going to enter the portal. But with Elliot Cadeau, I never got those vibes. It really seemed like to me he loved North Carolina, and he was fine with sticking it out, and he was going to be a part of the journey. I thought he was going to stay. I really did, because North Carolina is arguably the best school he can go to and be guaranteed the starting point guard spot with his shooting ability. He just can't shoot the basketball. Obviously, I was wrong on thinking he would stay, and what's even more interesting about all of this is he has entered the portal with a quote-unquote, I don't know, I say quote-unquote, really didn't have to, do not contact tag. For those of you that don't know what a do not contact tag means, schools cannot reach out to him. In other terms, he has been tampered with. Let's call it for what it is. It's reality. Everybody's doing it. Now here's my next question. What top 25 or heck, let's just say top 35 team out there would want Elliot Cadeau, a point guard that can't shoot the basketball? I know it seems like I'm ridiculing him. I'm not. I'm telling you the cold hard facts. I watched him all year long. He can't shoot. And most of his made threes were off of teams, leaving him wide open. That makes his numbers even less impressive. For those of you who don't know, I don't even have to pull it up. I already know he shot 33% from the three-point line this year. That's not going to get the job done for an undersized point guard. And in the modern era of college basketball, I don't know what big-time school out there would go after him. And it's not just the shooting that concerns me with Cadeau, it's the turnover problem. He averaged 3.1 turnovers per game. Not good. So it's not even like, oh, well, yeah, he may not be the best shooter on the floor, Matt, but he's an outstanding decision maker. No, he's not. He's mid. I hate to say that about the young man. Seems like a great dude, but yeah, he's just mid. As far as it goes for North Kakalaki, is this a bad thing for them? Absolutely not. Heck to the no. I'm not a North Carolina fan by any stretch of imagination. I think this is good news. I think Cadeau is holding him back. That's just me. The Tar Heels are going to be just fine moving forward. Hubert Davis next year, he's probably coaching for his job. If he doesn't make, I'd say, the round of 32 bare minimum, he might be out of there. We'll see what happens there. Moving along here, too, I believe this is our fourth topic. Not the final one, but fourth one. Juju Watkins. I love watching her play. I've actually watched a couple of her games. Not many, just a couple, because who watches female basketball? They suck. Women, all right. Matt, chill out. All right. I was about to go crazy. Let me not get canceled. Like I was saying, Juju Watkins, she is phenomenal. Hot take of the year. Get ready for this. I think she is already better than Caitlin Clark. I know y'all gonna get riled up in the comment section. She has a smoother game. Overall, I think she's better, but getting on track here, she's just torn her ACL. My prayers and thoughts are going out to Miss Juju Watkins. I've watched, I think, 1 to 2 of her games, and when I say watched them, had them on in the office when I was editing some videos, maybe watched like 6 to 8 minutes, but man, can she play. This quote tweet, though, is going viral, got over 16 million views. A depressing wormhole to take yourself into is researching about torn ACL rates in women's sports. I found that so interesting because, for those of you who don't know, White Randy suffered a career-ending knee injury, but when I was in high school, a bunch of my female friends, they tore their ACLs. I remember at one point in time, we had 4 to 5 girls on the basketball team in one season tear their ACL. And our trainer was telling me, yeah, Matt, girls tear their ACLs way more than guys. Wishing a speedy recovery for Miss Juju. I think it's a minor setback for a major comeback. Moving along here, though, to our main, I can't really call it a main topic. We'll just call it the final topic of tonight's video. Take a look at this. So every year in March Madness, there's some random white guy who turns into Larry Bird. This year, it was Bennett Sturts from Drake. He was the Doug Edert, the Jack Gulkey of March Madness 2025. The random white dude that comes out of nowhere and takes the nation over by storm. That was Bennett Sturts. This guy can play, and it's not like he just randomly caught fire in March Madness. He was balling all season long. The guy's a hooper. This year for Drake, he averaged over 19 points per game, dang near 6 assists, and shot 50% from the field. Well, guess where he's going? To the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's not for some random reason. It's because that's where his head coach is going from Drake. I find this pretty ironic because, as you all know, Iowa has the worst offense out of any team in all college football for the past, I don't know, like 10 to 15 years. They average like 6 points per game in an entire football game. Well, at Drake, they had the slowest, I guess you'd call it that, yeah, the slowest pace of play out of anyone in the nation this year. It was at the very bottom. So think about what I'm saying. If Drake was on the slower side of pace in college basketball, and now Drake's head coach and star players heading to Iowa, you know what that means? Iowa is now going to have a slow pace of play. That'd be something to keep your eyes on. Many more things I could talk about. We're going to end it off here. Let me know your thoughts down below. But